Across the world's largest democracy, from bustling markets to quiet villages, one institution stands as the ultimate expression of the people's will, the Parliament of India. It is not just a building, it is the place where 1.4 billion aspirations are debated, formulated, and transformed into law. It is the core of our parliamentary form of government where the executive is directly accountable to the legislature. But what exactly is the Indian Parliament? It is a three-part system consisting of the President, the Rajya Sabha, and the Lok Sabha. Let's meet the two houses, our bicameral system. The Rajya Sabha or the Council of States is the upper house. It represents the states in the Indian Union. It is a permanent body. It cannot be dissolved. It can have a maximum of 250 members. 12 of these are nominated by the President for their excellence in fields like literature, art, and science. The rest are indirectly elected by the state legislative assemblies. Now, for the powerhouse, the Lok Sabha, or the House of the People, the lower house. This is the truly democratic house. Its members are directly elected by the Indian people through universal adult franchise. This makes the Prime Minister and the Council of Ministers directly responsible to this house. The Lok Sabha, with its greater legislative and financial authority, is considered superior in many respects, especially concerning the budget and money bills. The Rajya Sabha can only delay a money bill for up to 14 days. And the third crucial component, the President of India. No bill can become an act without the President's final assent. The Parliament's primary function is legislation, making laws. Let's follow a bill on its journey to becoming an act. The first reading, a bill which is a draft law, can be introduced in either house except for money bills which are introduced only in Lok Sabha. The bill is presented, its title and objectives are read out, and it's published in the Gazette. Stage 2, scrutiny and discussion. This is the real work. The bill is often sent to a parliamentary committee, a select committee, or a joint committee for in-depth class-by-class examination. After the committee reports back, the House enters the consideration stage. Every class is debated and voted upon. Amendments can be moved and adopted. Stage 3. The vote or the third reading. A final vote is taken on the bill as a whole. If passed by one house, it is sent to the other, where the entire process is repeated. If there is disagreement between the houses on an ordinary bill, the President can summon a rare joint sitting to resolve the deadlock. Final step, presidential assent. Once both houses agree, the bill goes to the President. With their signature, the bill is finally enshrined as an act of parliament and becomes law. For nearly a century, our democracy functioned within the historic circular parliamentary house, now called the Samvidhan Sadan. But to meet the future needs of the rapidly growing nation, India inaugurated the majestic new parliament building in May 2023. This new structure, part of the Central Vista project, is designed to last 150 years and is earthquake resistant. It is also a platinum rated green building, symbolizing our commitment to sustainability. The capacity has been significantly enhanced. The new Lok Sabha chamber, inspired by the national bird, the peacock, can seat 888 members and up to 1272 for joint sessions. The Rajya Sabha, designed on the Lotus theme, can host 384 members. A major historical highlight is the installation of the Sengol, a historic sculpture from the Chola dynasty near the Lok Sabha Speaker's chair. It symbolizes the transfer of power and the spirit of righteousness that must guide governance. The building also features the Grand Constitutional Hall, placing citizens and the Constitution at the heart of our democracy. From the power of ballot box to the meticulous passing of a bill, a Parliament of India remains the great deliberative body of our republic. Its halls may change, but its mandate Hello everyone. Have you ever wondered who is the most important person in the Indian government? It is the President of India, who is head of the state and represents the sovereignty of our nation. Today we are going to explore this highest office. What exactly does the President do? How are they elected? And what are their incredible powers? Let's dive in. Unlike the Prime Minister, the President is not elected directly by the people. They are chosen by an electoral college. This electoral college is made up of elected members of parliament from both Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, and it also includes elected members of all state legislative assemblies. Do nominated members get to vote? No, they don't. Only elected members of the parliament can cast their votes. The election is quite unique. It uses a system called proportional representation by means of a single transferable vote. An MP's vote has a uniform value, but an MLA's vote is different from state to state, depending on the state's population. This ensures fairness and parity. To win, a candidate must secure a winning quota, not just a simple majority. Now we will see the qualifications, term of office, and removal of a president. The qualifications are straightforward. You must be a citizen of India and at least 35 years of age or above. You also cannot hold any office of profit. The term of office is 5 years starting from the date they enter the office. The President can do resignation by submitting a resignation letter to the Vice President of India. The President can be removed through a process called impeachment. This is only on the grounds of violation of Constitution. The impeachment process is very tough. It must be passed by 2/3 majority of the total membership of both houses of parliament. The President is given the right to defend themselves. And interestingly, so far, no President of India has ever faced impeachment proceedings till today. Now we will see the powers of the President. So the Presidents are titular head, meaning they exercise nominal power, usually acting on the advice of the Prime Minister and the Council of Ministers. But their constitutional powers are huge. The President makes all major appointments. The Prime Minister, Supreme Court and High Court judges, governors, the Attorney General and the Chief Election Commissioners, just to name a few. They are also the Supreme Commander of the Defence Forces of India. The President is an inseparable part of the Parliament. How so? No bill passed by the Parliament can become a law without their signature. They can also dissolve the Lok Sabha and nominate 12 members to the Rajya Sabha. Most importantly, when Parliament is not in session, the President can issue ordinances which have the same effect as a law. The President has the power to grant pardon, reprieve,
or remission of punishments to any criminal. This is their mercy power. Now, coming to the emergency powers, this is the biggest power. The president can proclaim three types of national emergency: national emergency, state emergency, and financial emergency. The president can announce national emergency during the times of war and rebellion, state emergency when there is a failure of constitutional machinery in a state, and financial emergency during financial crisis. So the official residence of the president is the Great Rashtrapati Bhavan, and it is one of the largest presidential palace in the world. Article 361 of the Constitution grants the President special protection and immunity. The President, as the supreme head of the state, cannot be arrested during their term of office. They are also immune from
So the President of India is much more than just a figurehead. They are the guardian of the Constitution and symbol of our nation's sovereignty. So what happens if the office falls vacant due to resignation or death? The Vice President of India steps in as the acting president until a new election is held within 6 months. If the Vice President's office is also vacant, the Chief Justice of India takes over. From their unique election process to their monumental powers, the President is absolutely vital to the working of the Indian constitutional system. Thank you for joining us in this deep dive into the highest office in India. Thank you. Hello everyone, India is rising, but who is driving this change? Get ready to explore the vision, the policies, and the impact of the most powerful leader in the country, the Prime Minister of India. The Prime Minister is not just a leader, they are the real head of the government, the executive of India. Think of them as the captain of India's ship. The President of India is the head of the state, but the Prime Minister is the chief advisor to the President and the head of the Council of Ministers. Let's dive into how this powerful role is chosen and what exactly the Prime Minister does for our country. No direct election happened for the Prime Minister's post. Instead, after a general election, the President has a key job, appointing the Prime Minister. The President must appoint the leader of the political party that has a clear majority in the Lok Sabha. The Lok Sabha is the house of the people. What if no single party wins a majority? In that rare situation, the President chooses the person most likely to gain majority support. Once appointed, the Prime Minister does not have a fixed 5-year term. They stay in power as long as they maintain the confidence of the majority in the Lok Sabha. What are the Prime Minister's main responsibilities? First one, forming the ministry. The Prime Minister selects and chooses all of their ministers. The President has no choice but to appoint the people the PM recommends. Distribution of portfolios. The PM is the boss when it comes to assigning departments like finance, defense, or home affairs to the ministers. The PM must make sure important members get key roles and also ensures representation from all parts of the country. Head of the Cabinet. The PM is the chairman of the Cabinet Committee. They call and lead all the meetings and set the agenda. Chief Coordinator. The PM acts as a mediator. If two government departments have a disagreement, the PM steps in to sort out the quarrel. If the Prime Minister resigns or dies, the entire Council of Ministers automatically ceases to exist. That shows how central they are. Now we will see the role of Prime Minister. The PM is the sole channel of communication between the Cabinet and the President.
The PM is the only person who advises the President on key matters. The President is expected to accept the PM's advice. This is why the PM holds the real power. Leader of the Parliament. As the leader of the majority party in the Lok Sabha, the PM is the leader of the Parliament. The PM, in consultation with the Speaker, decides the agenda of the House. They also advise the President on the summoning and proroguing of Parliament. The ultimate weapon. The PM can advise the President to dissolve the Lok Sabha and call for a new election. This power keeps party members in line, as no one wants frequent expensive elections. Director of Foreign Affairs. Whether they hold the foreign affairs portfolio or not, the PM always plays a key role in determining India's foreign policy. The PM also represents India at global conferences. The classical phrase for the PM is primus inter pares. It means first among equals. But practically, the PM holds the most powerful office in India. Can the PM become a dictator? No. The PM's power is balanced by many forces. The opposition parties, the President, the Parliament, the press, the Constitution, and the public. The PM must follow democratic norms and values to stay in office. The job is a continuous test of their personality and skills. The Prime Minister is undoubtedly the undisputed chief of the executive. They are the real driving force of the Indian government. Thank you for watching.